1.49 billion naira for the repair works to be carried out at the Nigerian Railway. The federal government today approved 50 projects in the Ministries of Works and Housing and Humanity and Social Development. This has approved a refund totaling 9.1 for federal road projects executed administration. The minister of the State House correspondence shortly after by the president at the Executive Council chamber at the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Sadia Farouk, Northeast Development Commission, revealed that her ministry will deliver 4 road reconstruction projects in Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, and Borno. Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, 6 billion naira and 2.4 respectively. The refunds are for 7 on behalf of the federal government. The Nigerian National Broadcasting Commission to review the cost of operating licenses for broadcast organizations in the country. NLC President Ayuba Waba made the call in a statement days after NBC announced the withdrawal of the broadcast licenses for more than 50 radio and television stations in the country. The NBC based its decision on the failure of the stations to renew their licenses. But Waba, in his statement, said the decision failed to take into account economic challenges that have hurt the operations of the stations, arguing that the stations do not deliberately refuse to renew their licenses. On sports, President Muhammadu Buhari says football remains the #1 sport in Nigeria and a national asset. Buhari stated this when he received the 10-year football development master plan submitted by the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Direct. Muhammad Sani Uba has details of this and other sports updates.
President Muhammadu Buhari expressed delight that the 10-year football development master plan enjoyed the input of a wide range of stakeholders in football. He directed the Ministry of Youth and Sport Development and the Nigeria Football Federation to commence its implementation in phases. The president said this should be carried out within the 5 lines of relevant sections of the Nigerian laws on sport development and the laws of the world governing body FIFA. While describing football as passion and a major tool for unity, the president affirmed that it is the responsibility of the government to safeguard the sport, which has brought Nigeria many honors. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Football Federation today gave clarification of Nigerians under-20 women's team, the Super Falconet, overstayed for 24 hours at Istanbul following their exit at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Costa Rica. The Falconet were en route Abuja after bowing out of the tournament on Sunday following a 2-0 lose to Netherlands in the quarter-final stage. Pictures of the team sleeping on the floor at the Istanbul airport surfaced on social media, with the fans blaming the federation for negligence. However, NFF's head of communications Ademola Olajiri said in a statement that the situation was due to inability to secure transit visas for the team. Olajiri also noted that the General Secretary of the NFF, Mohammed Sanusi, said that the tickets were booked by FIFA and not the federation. In another update, the Confederation of African Football has announced that its 2022-2023 inter-club competition will kick off on September 9. The Continental Football Governing Body said in the Total Energies Champions League, 58 clubs will slug it out to try and dethrone African champions with that Athletic Club of Morocco. In the Confederation Cup, 50 clubs will vie for top honors to unseat current champions, RS Bakken also of Morocco. In Don Tennis, British number 6 Liam Brody renewed his bid to reach the US Open main draw for the first time with a comeback win in his opening qualifying match. Brody is seeded 25th in the qualifying tournament, won 3-6, 7-6, 7-3, 6-1 against American 20-year-old Murphy Casson. Muhammad Sanuba, Freedom Radio.
Global News is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradionig.com. welcome back. You're still listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje says the state government has increased student scholarship by 50%. It will start the payment this week. Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje disclosed this today while declaring the Kano Youth Week open as part of the celebrations of the International Youth Day. He also called on youths to shun illegal behavior such as drug abuse for the betterment of their life.
The amount is now doubled. We increased it by 50%. And very soon, I think within this week, we'll inaugurate the payment of scholarship allowances to our students of tertiary institutions. We have designed to pay the scholarship according to emirate level. We are starting with the RI Emirate, which will soon be inaugurated. And then all the local governments under RI Emirate will also continue to pay this scholarship to all the students.
While delivering his speech, the State Commissioner of Youth, Kabiru Ado Lagwaya, said the state has invested a lot in the youth sector that includes provision of education, empowerment, fighting against drug abuse, among others.
The team ties Nigerians collectively, adult and young, rich and poor, men and women, to maintain the spirit of friendliness, peace, unity in the face of painful challenges. It is necessary on our part to overlook various political differences, work harder for economic growth, start to play trachea for the less privileged in order to build a sustainable. It is only one place government balanced and maintained. Our society will continue to look decent generation upon generation.
Correspondent Zahra Zanna reports that Governor Ganduje presented gifts to various youths and students, associations, among others. During rainy season, improper preservation of cooked foods can lead to several problems, including bacteria and mold growth, food spoilage through natural decay, and even food waste, which cost billions of dollars annually worldwide. Correspondent Rahima Chirti takes a look at the importance of proper food preservation and files in this report.
The proper preservation of cooked food is important to prevent feeding on bacteria, which causes cholera and other deadly diseases. If food isn't handled, prepared, or stored properly, it can become spoiled with germs. These germs can cause stomachache, diarrhea, vomiting, or fever. Some germs can cause more serious problems such as kidney failure, food poisoning, blood infection, or even paralysis. Babies and young children, older people, and people with weak immune systems are most at risk if food is spoiled. Freedom Radio interviews some people on how they prevent their food from getting contaminated with bacteria.
I prevent my food by keeping it away from dust, any flies, all these small insects that can feed on it.
I preserve my food. I avoid bacteria from it by putting it inside freezer. Sometimes I keep it where not even air can touch it or anything can touch it, so that by next day I can open it again.
Dr. Muhammad Abdul Karim, a public health practitioner and a consultant in community medicine at Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital, shed more light on proper food preservation and how to avoid getting sick.
We don't allow cooked food to stay long before being consumed. Also, ensuring we keep it in a freezer or refrigerator if it has to stay for some time before being consumed. And also by keeping it in good hygienic condition, washing our hands when we are touching the food and things like that. The effect of contamination of food by bacteria is that food can easily either become dangerous itself because of the presence of the bacteria, or when these bacteria produce toxins on the food. And if you consume that food, either the bacteria themselves, if they're there and growing, they can easily infect us and proliferate in us, causing infection, or the toxins that these bacteria produce on the food, if you consume the food, then these toxins can also be dangerous on us.
According to experts, foodborne illnesses are usually infectious or toxic in nature and caused by bacteria, viruses, parasites, or chemical substances entering the body through contaminated food. Chemical contamination can lead to acute poisoning or long-term disease, such as cancer. Rahima.
For tomorrow's weather forecast in some cities in Nigeria and parts of Niger Republic.
Kano tomorrow morning is expected to have thundery showers and light winds at an average temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and later change to 23 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and a gentle breeze. Castina will experience similar weather condition at an average temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and later change to 24 degrees Celsius with light rain showers and gentle breeze. Kaduna will have heavy rain and light showers at 21 degrees Celsius and later change to 22 degrees Celsius with drizzle and light wind. Abuja is expected to have partly cloudy sky and light winds at 23 degrees Celsius and later increase to 24 degrees Celsius with thundery showers and light winds. Lagos will experience a clear sky and light winds at 23 degrees Celsius and later change to 25 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and light winds. Moving to Niger Republic, Maradi will experience thundery showers and light winds at 23 degrees Celsius and later change to 24 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and a gentle breeze, while Zindar will have light clouds and a gentle breeze at 23 degrees Celsius and later give way to 24 degrees Celsius with light clouds and a moderate breeze. Shinkut Rosfina, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, China, the largest government creditor to emerging economies, said it will forgive 23 interest-free loans to 17 African countries and directed $10 billion of its International Monetary Fund reserves to nations on the continent. Muhammad Abdullahi reports.
Foreign Minister Wang Yi announced the cancellation in a meeting of the Forum on China-African Cooperation. In recent years, China has established itself as Africa's largest bilateral lending bank, rolling key infrastructure projects on the continent, as well as giving out loans. According to Yi, at the coordinators' meeting on the implementation of the follow-up actions of the 8th Ministerial Conference of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, the Asian superpower will also redirect $10 billion of its IMF to the yet unnamed nations on the continent. China will waive the 23 interest-free loans for 17 African countries that had matured by the end of 2021. We will also continue to increase imports from Africa, support the greater development of Africa's agricultural and manufacturing sectors, and expanding cooperation in emerging industries such as the digital economy and health, green and low-carbon sectors. He stated that this year China has signed an exchange of letters with 12 African countries on zero tariffs for 98% of their export items to China. It's not clear if Nigeria will be included among the benefiting countries, but checks on the Debt Management Office showed that as of March 31st, 2020, the total borrowing by Nigeria from China was $3.121 billion. This amount, it said, represents only 3.94% of Nigeria's total public debt of $79.303 billion as at March 31st, 2020. Muhammad Abdullahi, Freedom Radio.
And with that, we've come to the end of today's Global News. On behalf of the entire production team and I, Zahra Zanna, thank you for listening.
99.5 FM.